Got yourself something funky.
Good evening, everybody, again, or good morning, or have a nice day, whatever time you have already, or whenever you're watching it. This is Chilli Chat, the hottest podcast out there, is back, and today we're gonna have a special guest again. This is the fun part of the Chilli Chat podcast because it's every week we have only special guests. Just a second, because it's maybe sneezing time as well. That makes everything even more special and true. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm really sorry. My cat was just here right before the podcast. She asked me to pet. I mean, like, she forced me to pet her, but you know the way you have to say it's ask before she comes back and kills me. It's a cat. And left here some hair, so I try my best not sneezing all the time, but sometimes it happens because it's just flying everywhere. All right. Give me 1 second, please, because my Facebook just doesn't want to show the live stream. But yes, okay, now I am there. I can see everything. Okay. This one is good, and okay. Everything looks fine now. All right, perfect. So today's guest gonna be Alex Beams. I hope I say his name right, and he's already here.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm literally just picking the last bits of my dinner out of my teeth. I've just finished eating.
Okay, enjoy. I heard there was a special birthday today in the house.
Yeah, it's Vicky's birthday today, so we just had a curry, and I'm sweating from it. It was rather warm.
Lovely. Happy birthday for her. And I hope she got a big cake or something, or a hot cake.
Yeah, she's got a cake, so she's all good.
All right, then everything is fine. A cake is a must, especially for ladies' birthdays. It's an important one. So I hope you guys had a lovely dinner, and thank you very much for joining the Chilli Chat podcast on that special day as well. And you made yourself free for this for the 50 minutes.
No, thank you for having me.
Of course. The special reason why we ask you to come is because you organized the very first online chili festival. But before we jump into the festival to know what happened there and everything, we have an opening question, which is became an opening question by now.
Okay.
How you got involved with chili at all in general? Well, tell us the story, please.
Sorry, can you? I'm working on a pair of it.
Yeah, I can repeat it. No worries. So, how you got involved with chilies in the first place? So what's your story with the chilies in general?
It's all that Stephen Dixon's fault.
It's always someone else's fault. But what's the story?
So local to it, I mean, Stephen lives like a mile away from me. So very local. And about a mile the other way, they have a farmer's market. Now, I've always been, a little bit of a chili head. When I was 7 years old, I it was quite rare back then. I mean, we're talking like the end of the 70s.
Okay, you started early.
Yeah, so we had an Indian kid in our school.
Okay,
right, and me and him were good friends. Wajit, his name was Wajit Chowdhury. And yeah, me and him, we were thick as thieves. We were two terrors, absolutely terror. But of
good
course,
kids.
his parents, they had an Indian restaurant.
Okay,
So he had his birthday. We all got invited. There, I turned up, and that was the first time I had curry. And for
all
a
right.
7-year-old to experience Madras when they'd never had anything hotter than, I don't know, like, I mean, it was a thing to behold. It really was. But ever since then, I've liked kind of hot stuff. But I got seriously into it when I went to the local farmers market, and there's Stephen Dixon hot pods, his big stand standing there, and all these different bottles of sauces. I'm like, okay, let's have a look at these. So we went and tried some, and we ended up buying, I think, pretty much everything, like one of each. And that was the start of my downfall. I don't know if you can. I'm just gonna earthquake.
Oh wow,
You know,
that's an impressive collection there.
yeah, that's only probably half of it. So yeah, it's been pretty much going on since then.
All right, that's that's an interesting one. That to start at 7. You know, it sounds like you know the bad life started when I was 7. I met my friend, but Indians they really crazy with the chilies, right? As how I know they use it to I don't know if I use the right word, to fertilize the food, so it made it like a bit less dirty, because India it's not really a clean country. But I think they got the chilies with the breath milk as well. It's like, just when I was in India, there was like everything spicy. Like even in the McDonald's, I went there and they had the masala chicken burger, which was spicy, of course. I just couldn't find anything there which wasn't at least a little spicy. So it's and I can't imagine how it would end it if I try anything at 7. I don't know how young I was when I tried my first chili stuff, but it's nice. So it's like you got hooked at 7, and from that moment that you just like chilies and curry foods in general.
Yeah, it's been a journey. Was it last year? I grew. I had 52 plants outside. It's an addiction. It really is.
Okay, now I have to be careful because I'm not growing any plants at the moment. But if I listen these stories too much, then in one point I will just start it. How you started to grow plants?
Sorry, how did I
Started to grow plants?
start? I'm struggling.
No worries. So how did you start to grow plants? How did you started with the plants?
Oh, the plants.
Yeah.
So planted them all from seed. I think 1st of January last year, and just
You started last year.
yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
this year I'm not growing. So
Okay.
last year I've got a freezer full of chilies, so I don't need any for a little while. I might grow again next year, but yeah, I had so many plants, I was giving them away. I've only got a little garden, so only so much room. Yeah, so I was giving them away to the neighbours, friends, anybody. You know, just here, have a plant.
Just take it. It's too much for me.
So yeah, again, the idea was that I sort of grow them into seedlings, get into small plants, and then Stephen can sell them on his stall. He gets lots of people asking, you know, have you got any chili plants? So yeah, he was like, I'll take them off you, sell them on the stall, and
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
But of course, there were no markets. So what do you do? So I just ended up giving as many away as I could. Still have 52. Way too many.
I can imagine. And I guess the same way why you made the first online chili festival in general, because there were no markets, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
So actually, wait, just a second. So the reason why you made an online chili festival, because you couldn't sell your own plants because there were no places for that.
No, it's because I'm a festival addict.
Okay, that
and
I cannot totally understand.
I like going to the festivals. I like seeing people, meeting new people, you know, catching up with friends that I haven't seen for a while.
Yeah,
It's it's a social event. It's not just a sales thing. There's loads to do there,
yeah.
and I miss that.
Okay.
So
You like festivals in generally, like music festivals, everything, or you go mostly for chili festivals?
you're asking a deaf guy if he likes a music festival. Um,
You still going, or okay? Yeah, okay. You got me there.
I think it was a early '90s banger. I can feel the beat. Yeah, it. I like people in
Yeah,
general.
okay.
So you know, anywhere you can meet people, even at a music festival. Um, you know, I just turn these off, and you still have fun.
Yeah, definitely. What's your most memorable festival at all? It doesn't matter what kind.
Probably the first Chili festival because of how hard I had to work at it.
So the first chili festival was the most memorable one. Okay.
Yeah, the rest I was drunk, so it was fine. You know, I don't remember anything. You know, I've got a receipt somewhere, and that's the extent of it.
All right, then I'm not gonna ask too many things about the past music festivals because any funky drunk story though? I still have to ask one.
Sorry, any funky
Drunk story from
drunk
festivals.
stories? Um, Probably not suitable for the podcast, but
Okay.
um, yeah, I remember getting into a sleeping bag once. Uh, Pulled it up, you know,
Yeah,
passed out like you do.
I know how is
Waking
it.
up in the morning, and the inside of the sleeping bag was light blue. Okay, the
Okay.
sun's coming through the tent. All I can see is light blue. So I look around, and I can't see anything. My head's going bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, am I dead? Have I actually died? You know, what's going on here? Why can't I see anything? It all seems real. What's happening? So yeah, that was funny for the other person in the tent, but not quite so much for me. Um, hmm.
But at least it was your own sleeping bag.
Yeah, it was my own sleeping bag. You know, we were friends, but we weren't that good friends. You know.
Yeah, it happens. That's good. Okay, so let's dive into the online chili festival.
Okay.
How it started. So the basic idea was that you were missing festivals. You wanted to meet the people.
Okay.
But
So my day job, basically, I'm project manager.
all
Um,
right.
so I take an idea and turn it into reality. Um, Now I looked at the problem, which was there are no festivals, and I went through the different ways we could get round it. You know, at the time, nobody was allowed out. You know, when I was thinking about this, you weren't even allowed out the house unless you were essential worker.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, you know, it's like shoot on sight. You know, they you can't go anywhere. Um, so I'm sat there and I'm thinking, okay, well, we can't all just meet up in a big park somewhere because you know that's a problem. We can't actually have stalls and things like that because you're not allowed to go anywhere near each other.
Yeah.
So what about online? So I've never seen anybody do an online market or anything like that. So I had to kind of devise my manner of fixing this problem. So I pictured myself walking around a festival, and I thought, okay. I'd probably spend about 20 minutes at each stall talking to the producer and going through each product and, okay, tell me about this one, tell me about that one. So what if we kind of did that virtually, and we had a 20-minute slot for the producer to explain their product? We can pop in a couple of chili challenges, you know, along the way. You can have people doing League of Fire stuff, or, you know, just a bit of entertainment along the way. How would that work? So as we do, you know, with project management, you break out Microsoft Excel. Okay.
Yeah.
It makes everything worse. Better. Yeah. So I broke out Excel and I just put some times down, and I was like, so if we started at 10 o'clock, okay, and then we worked through till, I don't know, 6, how many can we get in? So, yeah, figured it out, got in touch with some producers, you know, put the word out. People got in touch with me, people from Nuke. Went, yeah, I'm crazy. I'll do a challenge. So yeah, I put the schedule together.
Okay.
Got I forget who did it now. Oh, he's gonna hate me for this. But I had the artwork done, which was fantastic. You know, all the little logos of each company.
Yeah.
Put it up, stuck it up on Facebook ads, you know, targeted for foodies and people who like hot stuff.
Yeah.
Put some advertising budget behind it. There we went. And yeah, the day arrived and good Lord, people turned up. I was like, oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. So yeah, we had a good crowd attend. It ran, I'm going to say, apparently smoothly. You know, I was like a duck. I was like this on top. My legs were doing this all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it was just crazy here. Vicky was running the stage manager kind of role. So she
Okay.
was lining people up, and, you know, we're running a little bit ahead, we're running a little bit behind. You know, so and so took longer to do this or whatever. And she had people waiting. So we use StreamYard, as we're doing now.
Yeah.
And people would pop up in the queue at the bottom like 5 minutes before they were due on, which was fantastic. Meant I didn't have to do a lot of filler. So that was really useful, because I get a bit boring after a while. So yeah, people turned up. It went. I was exhausted by the end of it. Absolutely exhausted, mentally, physically. Of course, you're here, and you know, hosting this, you can't go anywhere. You can't wander off. You can't nip outside for a breath of air or grab something from the fridge. You're there. You're stuck in that chair, all the way through it. So, yeah, it was a thing. It was a thing. It really was.
It sounds like a big work, even just the day.
It was a lot of work. More importantly, it was a lot of collaboration. Getting the producers, the you know, the crazy challengers, getting everybody lined up, and we had some absolutely brilliant producers on there. People I'd never heard of me, but they just went, loved the idea. You know,
of course, it's a great opportunity to show their product worldwide, or to show whatever they want with chilies. Of course, they loved it. I'm not even surprised by that. How many countries represented in the online festival?
So in the first one, we had early on we had Australia, and then
Okay.
we went across, and later on we had the US and Canada, to North America, which was fantastic. You know, and obviously Europe in the middle bit because that's kind of the time zone. But yeah, that worked really really well, and I was sorry I couldn't get more people on, but you've got to be fair to the producers. You know, you've got to
Yeah.
give them time to explain stuff and go through it because their passion. You know, they get excited when they talk about their stuff.
Of course, definitely, they have to.
Yeah.
It was one day, right?
Sorry, it
It was
was
one day.
one. Yeah, the first one was one day. Yeah.
Okay. And then how was it later?
Sorry.
You said the first one was one day, and
Yeah.
then I'm just not sure how long was the other. Or,
Okay. So we've done a couple of others.
yeah.
We did Chasing the Sun, which was around the world twice.
Okay.
So again, kind of Australasia, Europe, North America, hands back to Australasia, then into Europe again, then back to North America.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Chris Huell and Giovanni Delangio were the guys. Chris in Australia, Jeff, as he's better known in the States here. Absolute rock stars, the pair of them. Absolute rock stars. You know, I mean, the styles as well were just so different. Absolutely so different. You've got Chris, who couldn't be more laid back if he lied down. Okay, yeah, very Australian. You know, everything's yeah, it's fine. You know, you've got me. I get a little bit hyper, and then you've got Jeff, who's quite sensible, and you know,
Yeah.
they're very very different, but it all meshed together really, really well. And I couldn't have done it without their help.
Nice. What was the hardest part to organize the festival, or like the biggest issue to make it happen? Because you mentioned some different part that was like difficult and hard to manage and organize and stuff like this, but I'm just interested in like what do you think, what was the thing that made the biggest challenge for you?
The biggest challenge when you do anything with people is people, because
Oh, true.
no, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody.
Yeah, I know. I definitely understand what you mean.
What I'm saying is life happens, you know. So something will come up and they won't be able to do it, and all of a sudden you've got a hole.
Yeah.
You need to fill that hole with another producer, or maybe everyone's really busy and you're struggling to get people to engage and actually take part. So yeah, the biggest problem with anything to do with people is people, because stuff happens. You can't get annoyed about it. You just go, okay, could have
go with it.
easily been me. You know, whose fridge packed up or car broke down or whatever. It's just one of them things. So it's always worth having that little card in your back pocket, you know, sort of getting somebody interested and saying, look, it's full up now, but if something comes free, are you interested? And yeah, I did end up having to fill on one occasion. I don't know if that's something stuck in my moustache or just the
I
light.
thought it's light.
Just the
It
light.
looks like it looks like the light.
Yeah, I thought I was doing it with a big bogey hanging out my nose. Yeah, but you have people ready to jump in, and people ready to do stuff. I did have to fill on one occasion, which wasn't too bad. Vicky came in with me. We did a source review. I think we did 2 or 3 actually, just to fill that time slot up.
Yeah.
But keep the wheels turning, keep it going. And it's all about that. So
yeah, actually, when you organize a festival, or especially, I don't have to telling you, but like for everybody else, if you organize a festival, like doing any kind of project, you're always looking for the solution. If whatever happens, like it just, we have to keep going. It's like, okay, this happened, and we can talk about it after, like what was the problem, how we can manage it. But it's during, especially, it's always just like. But it's good to hear that like wasn't really a big struggle. So it sounds like to make this festival happen, it was big fun. I mean, lots of work. Definitely understand. It was like loads of work. So many people got involved, and it's not an easy project, but sounds more fun than struggling.
Yeah, no, it's hard work. It's very, very rewarding at the end of it. When you get there and you've achieved it and you've done it. But until that point, you've got to smile, you've got to laugh for the camera. When the camera's off, you're like,
I know.
Trying to sort everything out, but it's just keep going. You've got to keep moving forward, because people are watching. People are expecting a bit of entertainment. They're expecting to see producers. They're expecting you as the host to link stuff together. So you just have to keep going. And as long as you've got that in your head, you'll be fine.
Definitely. Is there any plan for the next online festival?
No, I haven't. The last one we did, I think, was Halloween.
Okay.
Which was fun. We've had a few online bits and pieces since then, but the real festivals are back now. So I don't know if the interest is there. I don't know if the appetite from the producer is there to actually do stuff like that. Again, maybe this kind of, chat with them would be useful. We did that before Christmas. We called it Fireside, and I sat down and I chatted to them, and how did you start, etc. That kind of thing. Yeah, because it's nice to give the producer a chance to get a personal connection with the buyers. The two can't meet like this. They have to mesh together. And
definitely understand. The reason why I'm asking, because I understand that like the festival is mainly back, and hopefully it's gonna stay like this. But with an online festival, you just reach people worldwide, and you can show producers worldwide as well, which doesn't really happen still. If I go to the Hungarian Chili Festival, we have few. You see 99% only Hungarian chili producers, maybe 1-2 from the neighbor countries who live close to the border. But is mostly the chili festivals are always for the local producers to show to the local people. What I love in the idea of the online festival is that I can see how it goes in Australia, how it goes in Canada, how it goes wherever else, and everybody can see. And of course, it's not gonna open big markets for the Australian producers. They're not gonna sell tons of sauces in Europe, but just to sell a few to, because somebody really wants to try what they saw there. I think it's fun. And the online festival, the way I imagine is like bringing the people together, the chili community, which is not a big scene. It's quite an underground scene in the world. Even though every country have a lot of people who loves chilies and loves the festivals and sauces and challenges, or hate one part of the chilies because like so many people are just like, oh, I don't understand the challenges. It's stupid, it's just like competitive eating, or we can say whatever, or like many sports people are just saying, oh, you don't understand football. Like, okay, who cares? But like the online festival is just like bringing people together from all around the world. So that's why I'm asking if there is any plan, because for me, it still sounds interesting, even though I can go out to the festival and meet local producers.
Yeah, I think festivals may be the wrong way to do it because the producers are obviously looking to sell.
Yeah.
And if people are able to go out and buy stuff, they may not have the extra money to buy. So I think possibly festivals might be a wrong approach now things have opened up a bit. I think definitely there is a niche that needs to be filled in getting the message out there and exposing products and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It's like a showcase.
Yeah, and it might be worth a bit of time me thinking about, okay, if we don't do a festival, what else could we do to link a few producers together and maybe do a bit of a chat, bit of a run through, but more relaxed,
Okay.
not quite. See, with the fireside thing, I said to the producers, I said, bring some of your sauces, bring some of your products. We'll have a chat about them, and it's quite relaxed. It's not, standing there presenting.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Here's that.
Yeah, less stress.
Yeah. So I think it's an opportunity there, definitely, to get people to link and connect. You could be anywhere in the world, and you could be sat in Mozambique, okay, and then Stephen Dixon comes on from a mile down the road from me. You'd get the same connection if you were sat a mile away.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you speak the same lingo, but yeah, it's,
or at least you speak a language that the others speak as well.
So yeah, it's good. It's a good idea, definitely, but I'm not sure festivals are the way to do it at the moment.
Yeah, okay, but in a different way. I really hope it's gonna continue in some way. Okay, let's see like this. It's not you don't have to call it festival, but you have all the connections. You put your name in the Chile scene with the online festivals already. So it, however you call it, even if you make it a more relaxed way, it sounds fun and sounds something like that can fill a hole in the Chile community.
Yeah, I mean, we could get Rick Saunders to read bedtime stories. His smooth tones. We're just there's loads of things that are opportunities there that we could do. For me, it needs to be a first. Okay, it needs to be something that nobody else has done because I like to be original with this kind of thing.
I can understand that.
Nothing wrong with following somebody and doing the same kind of format. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just personally, I like to come up with a new idea and see how it flies. It might be really good. It might be rubbish. It might be absolutely terrible. But
at least you tried.
But yeah, you cross that one off the list. Try a different one. We'll get there. We will get there, and I'll come up with something. But I have too much going on in my head all the time. It's like some sort of steampunk machine in there at the moment. It's just
nice. That's good to hear, actually. Because then we can be excited that we don't know when you come up with the next crazy good idea that puts something extra to the Chile community. So it's fun. I'm happy to hear that. Can I ask what kind of projects you working on normally, like in your day job? Like what kind of project manager are you?
Okay, so I work for a major infrastructure organization.
All right.
Um, and the projects I normally work on concerned generally around well, what we call designated funding, so environmental projects like biodiversity, water quality improvements, um, species improvements. It's kind of that stuff, along with users and communities, so walkers, cycling, horse riding, making routes better for them. We've got loads of stuff, absolutely loads of stuff, safety and congestion. um it keeps me busy. I've got something
Yeah, I
like,
wanted to say that like it sounds like this is the place where you can be original as well, when you can be creative and coming up the ideas and try everything and make it happen and work.
within limits, yeah.
Yeah, of course there are limits. It's different
Yeah,
when you go freehand, but it still sounds like where you can use your creative mind.
yeah, it's where you can take a good idea and you can push it. And now good ideas can come from anyone. They could come from the guy that cleans the floor, they could come from the very top boss, or anywhere in between. And the secret is, and it's ironic a deaf man is saying this, the secret is to listen, you know, and
Sorry for
realize,
laughing, but the way you said is funny.
no, it's fine. Um, it it's to realize when that good idea appears, and it's to take that good idea and develop it and make it into, a reality. So
Yeah.
things like, and this will make you laugh, fish ladders. Okay, these are a thing. Now, I chuckled when I first heard the term fish ladder. Okay, because I'm sitting there in my head imagining like this little fish
This is what
like,
happened with me as well.
trying to trying to get up a ladder. I mean, it's like, who comes up with these names? Um, so they've actually renamed them now into Fish Pass. So
Okay.
where you've got like a, like a weir, where you've got two different levels of water and one
Oh yeah,
dropping
yeah, yeah,
down
yeah.
onto the other. Okay, if you've got fish that migrate to spawn, they can't get up the water that's dropping down. Salmon can, because they're well hard, but yeah, you can't get up there. So what you do is you install like a slight gradient version of it with slower running water, where the fish can actually swim up there and they continue on their way to their breeding ground. Stuff like that, you know. There's
That's
a
awesome.
variety. There's eel ladders as well. It's just, it's crazy world when you look at the terminology. But some of the technology and the ideas, really simple,
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant.
Nice. Back to the festival. What can you pick one favorite uh thing? Like I can't say moment. Can you pick one favorite part of the online festivals that you made? A memorable one, or like something that when you think back is like this is the first one that pop in your head and say like, oh yeah, that was cool, fun, whatever.
Okay, the Halloween one, we had, oh Lord James, um, oh my life, he came on. He had like full makeup, right? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. He was full on Mr. Hyde. He was absolutely crazy. The voice, the acting, the whole. I was crying, absolutely crying. I had tears rolling down my cheek. James Mitchell. I mean, the guy was just a genius, absolute genius. Um, Chili scrumptious. Yeah, that's. It's just. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what he said because I was laughing so hard, but it was just absolutely brilliant. Yeah, definitely my highlight of the festivals.
Nice. What's your we're getting close to the end, running out of time.
Okay.
So last questions are coming. Not taking your time away from your wife's birthday. What's your favorite chili? Back to the chili
Naga.
stuffs. Naga.
Yep.
Okay. Favorite chili sauce?
Oh.
Do you can you pick favorite sauce?
Chili Project Hammerhead.
All right. What kind of is it? Because I'm not familiar with that sauce. Sorry.
It's like a Scotch bonnet sauce.
Okay.
Absolutely beautiful with meat.
Nice. How you make food? You pick a chili because that you wanna eat, and you make a food with it, or you eat whatever comes up and then choose the right chili for it.
I'd always cook first, eat. How much heat can that stand? How's the flavour profile? And then decide what chili I want to put in there. And then
Okay, so you start
next time,
with the food,
yeah.
not the opposite way. Because some people, I love, I already heard from it. I'm not really sure who said that, but like starting to cook food is the first part is like, let's see which chili I gonna use, and then find out what food gonna goes with it, which is fun. Do you know exactly how many different chili sauce you have? Because you showed me the chefs, which is an impressive collection. And I
100.
thought I have many because I have one chef in the fridge for the sauces, but like I see the nails here, I'm nowhere.
I have this behind me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got boxes of sauces down this side.
Okay.
I've got a cupboard full downstairs. I've got a fridge full downstairs. I've probably got 300 sauces.
Oh wow.
Most of them different.
Nice. How can you choose a sauce for like 300 different? Okay, like let's say more than 250, but maybe more than 300. How can you choose from so many different sauces what you want to eat?
We look at what's in the fridge, what's open.
Okay.
Okay, so we look at different stuff we've got in the fridge, different sauces, chutneys, pickles, etc., and then we'll order food to go with them.
Okay.
So yeah, if I've got lots of Indian pickles open, I'll make a lot of curry. If we've got lots of fruity sauces, then we'll have ice cream and fruit pie and stuff like that to use them up, because we taste them. We haven't done videos for a little while, but we taste them. We have a spoon, maybe a couple, and then the lid goes back on and they go in the fridge.
Yeah.
So now I've got this big
Just
bottle of
like me.
sauce and it needs doing. So yeah, I look at what I've got open and then plan the menu around that.
All right. That sounds just perfect. You have like really lot of sauces. Do you still have any, or do you know any kind of sauce that you are missing and you want to get hands on and put it to the collection?
Yeah, every new one I see.
So there's no special one that if something comes up, you need to have it.
Yeah, if I come across a new producer, Dean, Dean of the Dead hot sauce, Dean Sharp, went down to Guildford Chili Festival, walked up to his store, tried them. He said, "Which ones would you like?" I said, "One of each." So yeah, if you like them, you like them, and he does.
I know.
He does a lot of fruit-based stuff. When I'm an amateur, an absolute amateur, but I do make the odd sauce. but they were always fruit based because that's
All
what
right.
I prefer. So when I came across his and they were all fruit based, I was like, yep, one of each, definitely.
You like it sweet as well, or just fruit based?
Doesn't have to be sweet, but I do like if you have like a pineapple mango kind of
Yeah,
sauce, which is quite popular.
yeah. Nowadays, especially.
So I like to taste the pineapple. I like to taste the mango. People normally put habanero or Scotch bonnet with those kind of sauces. Um, I like to taste the pepper. Doesn't need to be sweet. I just like to taste the various bits. Um, it's nice. If you want it sweet, put it on a cherry pie. Put it on some ice cream. You know, people are probably going, "You do what?" No, honestly, if you've never tried it, give it a go. It's really, really good.
Okay, what kind of sauce you put on ice cream? Because I heard different people doing sauces with ice cream with sauces and or tinctures. But I just can't imagine. I couldn't find like which one could work together. Any
Any
tips or hints, or
anything
just
fruit based.
okay? So
Absolutely
anything fruit
anything
based
fruit
goes
based. Yeah.
with ice creams.
Yep. You could go for something really mild. I'm going to mention Chili Project again because it's another one of my favorite. Bongo, which is
All right.
their fruit based sauce. It's really bottom end, mild. You could whack that on ice cream. You wouldn't really know there was much chili in there until you've had a few spoons and you get a little bit of a tingle. Stuff like that. You can tempt in people who no, I don't eat chili. Try this.
Sounds about right. Okay, we're gonna try this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun. So we got some ideas how to make people into chilies or how to turn them chili heads. That's lovely. But our time is getting to the end. So yeah, I just see Stu says like even with coffee. I love coffee with tinctures, tea with tinctures. Not every time and not every coffee, but this is a really good one as well. So if anybody is new to the chilies or like these kind of specialties, and now you heard the podcast, give it a go. Coffee, tea, ice cream, or whatever you like. And if there is something spicy that you can imagine that the taste gonna go together, because of course, like now I was imagining a great mango sauce with some ice cream for like a vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream or just a basic one, and I was like, oh my, okay, give me now, give me now, give me now. Unfortunately, I have no mango sauce and no ice cream, so I'm not gonna run down and get some for the Wacky Wednesday. But if I would try right now. But I know mango sauce is on the way as a present for me. So when it's here, I definitely gonna get some ice cream as well. I'm gonna try it out.
Awesome.
So thank you very much, and also thank you very much for coming and spending some time with us. I loved it. Thank you for the stories and to give a little tour in the backstage of the online chili festivals. I really hope you're gonna come up with something extra and the online. I don't want to use the festival word anymore, but so the online gatherings gonna continue, and if it will, then I wish good luck for them for it as well. Thank you again. Have a nice evening, and yeah, that's it. If you like, come back and join us for a Wacky Wednesday as well. We're gonna have some fun and say hi to Vicky and a happy cake day for her.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Cheers. Then, guys, don't forget about 10 minutes. We take a short break and we continue with Wacky Wednesday. Don't miss it. We're going to have some guests. We're going to have some chilies there. Of course, challenges. You don't know what's coming up in Wacky Wednesday. And I saw the idea, the Neox Got Talent idea. So I think we're going to talk about that because that made my mind working as well. The steampunk machine started to fire up. So thank you very much, guys. See you in 10 minutes. And if you're not coming back just for the next podcast, then see you next week. Bye-bye.